Hi everybody, Eduardo here with Wise Option and welcome to one more quick instance of the Wise Tips. In the Wise Tip today, I'm going to try to give you some answers. Actually, this request came from our Facebook discussion group. It's all about PDF files and emails, how to do massive blasts through Wise Option. So let's say that you have hundreds of customers and you want to send a blast of all those emails and get them to click, open a standard PDF document, could be a contract or waiver or agreement, and easily download the file, fill it up, sign, and send it back to you. The common way of doing this is through, attachments. However, when you're dealing with the cloud, we have to be very respectful with storage. It's very easy for us to lose control and go crazy with attachments when you see, cloud resources are very costly and expensive, and we don't want it to increase any fees or to the max potential, make the service as efficient to the lowest cost possible to our users. So what happens is that we need to be very mindful about this. On our Facebook group, by the way, here gives a shout. Let me give a shout here to Stephanie at Vista, Colorado, Vista Equine in Colorado, and also to Deborah at Valor Farm. They were the ones asking about this. So we need to be very mindful because it's very easy to start overloading and piling the files. Attaching the files, it's actually taking way more space. So the smartest way of doing this is to create the message, upload the standard. By the way, here we are talking about a static document. It's not something that changes the name of the patient or the customer. It's just a singular, regular, static file that you're going to send to hundreds of customers in your list. Well, the default way of doing this would be uploading the file to a cloud repository, such as Google Docs or Dropbox. Microsoft has the OneDrive. Oh, there's several services out there. Well, when we present the solution, is like you create the template, upload that file in a separate thing, and put the link to the file, pointing to the file, in your message. Therefore, we just have text in your message, and we don't have to attach the document over and over and over and over again. I know that you guys participate in the discussion group. I already got the picture, but those who are watching this video for the first time, I'd like to give a kind of a overview of what it is. So now we are going to have this static file sitting there and just the link in the message. So the message is very thin, consumes very little space, and it becomes, as a matter of fact, way faster to transmit as well. Makes all the service better. Not only cheaper, but better. But what they said is, well, we put the file in Google Docs or any other service, and our customers click there, and what happens is that they have to log in. Some of them do not have an account with Gmail or Hotmail, for that matter, whatever service, which is cumbersome. I get it. So they said in the discussion group, would you reconsider and think about attaching the files? Like I said, the least thing I want to talk about is giving more money to Microsoft. I'm sorry, Microsoft is a great partner, right? But it's enough. We don't need to give them more money. I started thinking then how to do this. Well, let's put Wise Option to solve the problem. Sorry that it took me a couple of weeks to answer this one, but I think I have a good solution for you guys on this Wise tip today. Basically what we did is that here in Wise Option now, we create a encrypted repository where you can upload the file. So now we have the Wise Option repository. You put the file there one time, and I'm going to show you how to grab the link, put the link in your message, and then you can send the form letters as many times as you want without having to incur in uploading multiple times exactly the same file. So let's dive into this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use one mirror here. I have one particular mirror that I like to use for my documents. Let's see, I think it's a recipient mirror. Down, recipient 138. I put this file in the repository. One thing that you guys could do if you have a fake horse or a fake customer, just go there, upload the file to one of your fake horses. It doesn't matter. It's just a place in the cloud. In this case, I use my fake 138. So now I have this, PDF. It's a PDF file. I just did a quick file here for us to have something to play with. Now the file is now in Wise Options Cloud, not Google, not Dropbox, not OneDrive. It's Wise Options. Like I said, it could be your customer. It could be a fake horse that you have in the system. You put the file there. And now, let me open my magnifier here. This is a nice tool I like to have here to show you guys things. So now, here on this corner, you're going to see these icons. Okay? Let me see if I can zoom in. Yes. So these icons here, it's now where you get the public URL. Everybody with that URL, if somebody, let's say that you sent to somebody via email, and that person forwards that email to a third person, well, they can open the file as well. As long as they have this encrypted link, they can open the file. Now, when I click on this particular icon, guess what happens? Now, Wise Option gives you the URL. It's an encrypted URL that points to that document. I'm going to copy. I'm going to just click here and copy. Guess what? It is now in my clipboard. It's in the memory. Now, here on the top, I'm going to go back just to give you an example. It could be in the BLAST, but I'm going to use here in the patient file as well. If you're, I'm assuming that you already have some knowledge about form letters, so I'm skipping the form letter part, okay? So I'm going to this form letter here. I'm going to grab this test form letter. I'm going to use this one here. Doesn't matter. It's just for me. I'm not paying attention to the names. So I'm going to edit this form letter. And when I'm editing, not preview, editing, I'm going to say here is my doc. I'm going to give it a few spaces, and I'm going to Control V. Paste. Thanks, Eduardo. There you go. My dog is barking. So there you go. You have the link now in the page. So what happened? I'm going to come back here to do more details, but now I'm going to save and close because I'm editing. So save and close. I'm going to highlight that item again, and I'm going to do a preview. Of course, that long URL don't look good. I'm going to come back here and show you how to make that look better. Okay, I just want to test it first with you, and then I'm going back that. So here down, I'm gonna, well, it's pointing to Rachel. Let me use my fake Gmail account. I have a fake Gmail account here, just so you see that I don't need to be in Google or anything. And I'm gonna say test the URL. So basically I'm just sending, let me see if I can zoom in here for you to see. I'm just saying, from, by the way, subject line, guys, always put something in the subject. Amazes me how they spam blocks if you don't have anything on the subject line. And I'm just pointing to my Gmail address, and I'm going to send. So what it's doing, it's sending this message, but I don't have an attachment. I have a URL. All right, let me go now to my Gmail, which I happen to have one here. So primary, there you go. It's already there. So guess, my Gmail, my fake Gmail is there, and I received the message. Sure enough, when I click on this one, it's going to say if I want to download, I say save. It downloads the file to the bottom, no password, nothing asked. If I click down here and I say open, bingo. The document is there, and it's coming directly from Wise Options repository. It's exactly the same file. You just put in a different, different email messages, and everybody's going to get exactly the same file. It's a read only, so that's not a problem. Let's go back to the program and let's make that line look better, okay? So next I'm going to close this. I'm going to highlight it again, and instead of preview, I'm going to do it again on the editing view mode. And as you can see, this is blue. The program knows that because it's a URL, it's already in blue. And I am currently in the design view. If you look down here on the bottom in Wise Option, you have two buttons. You have the design and the HTML. The design is the user-friendly, where you can, just type in and see. And the HTML, on the other hand, it's a code side of this. I'm going to do on the HTML, it's going to look a little weird, but believe me, it's not that hard. Let me show you why. I'm going to click on HTML. As you can see, it's a bunch of mumbo-jumbo code here, but we can find, you guys will find the pattern on this very easily. Let me decrease the zoom. This zoom is aggressive. Okay. It's better now. Not so much. Let's do this. I'm trying to find the best zoom condition here. Boom. It's very aggressive. Views. So let's say I don't have much access here, but anywho, the zoom tool here, it's not helping me very much. Let me just minimize thing. I hope you guys can see, but I will maximize in a bit. The beginning, there's brackets. If you see the reference. This is actually the address, the URL, and there's a H reference, and the code starts here on this bracket right here. So you're gonna see a H reference, and then Wise Option blob, Windows, net, images, and the encrypted, thing. And you're gonna see that it repeats again. It shows twice. The first one is actually the URL, and the second one, the one that you see down here, it's what shows in blue when you go back to the, design view. So whatever, leave the first part original, go on the second part, and you change the second part. Let me decrease the zoom. Okay, and I'm gonna say, click here. I'm typing around this area here, guys. As soon as I typed it, click here to open the file. Okay, let me go back to design, and there you go. As you can see now, I lost a little bit of let me go back to HTML. I'm going to do a Ctrl-Z, and this must here at the end have a close brackets, which in my auto selection thing, lost the thing. So yeah, I'm going to do it again. I tried. It's good that this is happening, because I tried to do the easy way and ended up messing up and hurting myself here. So it's good, because this is probably what's going to happen to you guys as well, right? So I'm going to Ctrl-V again, which was the URL from the memory. I'm going to say here, thanks, Eduardo. I'm going to go to the code behind on the HTML, but this time I'm going to be careful to respect, here it is. There's this last things here that I accidentally delete. Right after the PDF up to the HTTPS, this is what I can delete. Boom. Yes. And if you look in here, you're going to see clearly the space between the two brackets where I can say, click here to open the document or contract, whatever you want to say. I'm going to zoom out. It's a little hard because I'm playing with this zoom thing as well here. Now I'm going to go back to the design. There you go. Only the blue part. And of course I save and exit, and I click it again, and I go to preview this time. Bingo. Just send the email. It looks better. It doesn't look like a weird thing. Now, the idea is that you, of course, you can use this most likely in your, where's my mouse? Where did my mouse go? Okay, I think my pad is giving me a hard time. A lot of things during this demo, huh? Okay. So, most likely what you guys are going to try to do is to come here in the customer email blast, right? And you're going to try to send something, refresh the list, yes. And you're going to, down here, select your template on this button. When you select your template, you're going to point to that form letter that you just created, which has the static, and off you go. You send your email with one URL that comes directly from WiseOption, so you don't have to use no more any kind of third-party services. Everything, all the solution is under our umbrella, so we don't send you for third parties. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tip. It's the Wise tip for the day. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.